Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everyone. Today, inshallah, in this next video on Islam, the Straight Path, I'll be talking to you in my, I think it's part 4. Yeah, I'm pretty sure part 4 of my Sunnah series, in which I describe certain Sunnahs that we should follow. And, I'll be talking today, inshallah, about how the Prophet ﷺ was as a husband. Now, this does not apply to me. It may not apply to a lot of people, but to the husbands out there, you should listen to what I'm going to say. Inshallah, hopefully it will benefit you. Now, before Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, before he had the title Rasulullah, before he was a Nabi, before he was a father, a leader of the Muslim Ummah, and a judge, he was a husband. That was first. He was a husband. The Prophet ﷺ had the choice of marrying many women from his tribe after his marriage to Khadija radiallahu anha. But he remained with his wife until she passed away. And from this we see him as a very loyal man and a very loyal husband. And he stayed loyal to her, and he did not cheat on her once with another woman, and he did not gaze at any other women at all. Now, also, some husbands criticize their wives harshly in front of others, which is embarrassing, which is which is embarrassing for the women, and even for even the smallest mistakes, And so one of the wives of the Prophet ﷺ sent food that he liked, and Aisha radiallahu anha, and we know she was a jealous wife. She would get jealous very easily, and it was her day for Prophet ﷺ to stay with her and to eat with her. So she took the dish that the wife had given, and she took it and she threw it on the ground, and the dish broke and the food spilled on the ground. The Prophet ﷺ, he gathered the good food that was left, he gave it to the Sahaba radiallahu anhum, and he gave the similar dish from Aisha radiallahu anha's house to the wife who had given the food. Now, he could have gotten angry at her since there were people sitting there. Imagine, But imagine, some people would say, some of the men would scream at their wives, "Why'd you do that? You embarrassed me. What's wrong with you? Don't you see there are people sitting here? Don't you see there are guests sitting here? What's wrong with you? Why'd you do that?" Now, what was his response? Subhanallah. His response, he smiled and he said, "Your mother just got a little angry." Subhanallah, subhanallah. Your mother just got a little angry. And he wasn't, he didn't have any angry look or, anything. He was smiling, he smiled and said, "Your mother just got a little angry, and that's it." So, inshallah, to husbands, inshallah, you should not get angry at your wives for, the smallest mistakes that they make. And sometimes when they do, make mistakes, they're still human, and we're all children of Adam, alayhi salam, so we all make mistakes. So it's okay, so we should take it easy on each other. So from this we learn that he never rebuked, which means, like I said, to criticize harshly his wives openly. He would never do it openly, and he would never do it openly at all, even when they made mistakes. And to conclude, he was a very loving husband. I know some husbands would display their love and affection for their wives and for their daughters behind closed doors, like inside their house, or when there were no relatives around. But outside, they hesitate, to share their love with share that they love their wives and their daughters openly. And especially in front of men, especially in front of other men, husbands hesitate to say anything. Now, the Prophet ﷺ, he would openly kiss Fatima radiallahu anha, his daughter, openly, and he would converse. He would talk secretly with her. So we know that the Prophet ﷺ was not afraid to demonstrate his love for his daughter, even when other people were around. A companion asked the Prophet ﷺ, "Who do you love the most?" So he said, "Aisha radiallahu anha." But you have to know, at this time, men did not express their love for their wives, and they didn't even give value to the women at the time. Women were not given any value at all, and they were not treated very well. So the companion asked, he said, so the companion asked from the men, he meant from the men. So he said, her father, Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiyallahu anhu. So from this we know that the Prophet ﷺ, he was not afraid of expressing his love for his wives or for his daughters at all. So inshallah, we should give, we should, praise, we should, the husband should praise their wives, and the fathers should praise their daughters as well, and this also gives a great you are appreciating these special people in your life. Okay, inshallah, I hope you all have benefited from this video. If you could, please share this with your friends and your family, so this way it could benefit others as well. And inshallah, I don't know if I'm gonna continue anymore. If I can find any more ideas, I'll see. If you can let me know, please leave them down in the comments. Inshallah, until I see you all next time, I leave you all in peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.